This is the Burrow, the residence of the Weasley family, and a collector's edition item for all you Harry Potter fans. Featuring 10 minifigures, crooked build techniques, and a green Lego Twizzler piece that almost looks good enough to eat, let's take a look at the largest and most detailed version of the Burrow ever created in Lego. But before we do, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the Lego Ambassador Network for sending this set just in time to review. I literally just got it yesterday. With just over 2,400 pieces and a retail price of $260, this is a pretty fairly priced set when you consider the Warner Bros. IP and that fancy collector's edition title. Inside the box, you'll find 24 numbered bags, 2 rather large sticker sheets, and I'm sad to report that there are no notable printed elements whatsoever. There are, of course, a few prints, but nothing unique to the set. Instead, the designers went all out in creating some really interesting build techniques and including every single member in the Weasley family. So let's take a closer look at those figures. This is the Weasley family with Bill, Charlie, Percy, Fred and George, Ron, and Ginny. And it's the first time we're ever seeing Charlie as a minifigure. I found out that the Lego designers primarily create based on the movies, and Charlie was never actually on screen. So this is a notable detachment from the usual Harry Potter sets. First up, we have Arthur Weasley with this fun cone-shaped hat. He's got 2 face prints and a green printed jacket over several layers of clothes. Molly Weasley is perhaps the best new figure print, as her angry face print, colorful arms, and ragtag outfit represent this moment right here.
Where have you been?
Which brings up the issue of the timeline. There are lots of references to the second book/movie, such as the Floo Network, but this figure sort of breaks that timeline because Bill here actually has an alternate face print with his scar that he got from that werewolf Fenrir in the 6th book/movie. Charlie, as I noted, is a completely new minifigure, and I really like that they included this dragon egg as a hint to his profession of taming dragons in Romania. I love the look of his tattered vest and his scruffy hair and stubble. For some reason, Percy here is in his PJs, probably because that's exactly what he's wearing at the breakfast table when they bring home Harry. Unfortunately, there isn't a messier hairpiece, so this will have to do. Next up is Fred and George. Can you tell the difference? They use the medium bendable legs, and the only notable difference between the two is their face print, and I had to reference the box to make sure I got them right. There's also an included earpiece, which is part of their extendable ear gag, and quite possibly a nod to George's tragic hearing loss.
I'm howdy, Fred. Get it?
Ron is seen here with a lovely plaid shirt, a sad face print, and short legs. And poor little Ginny is in her blue bathrobe and PJs. Her second face print also appears to be a tad bit embarrassed, and we couldn't have this scene if it weren't for Harry. He's got his red long sleeve shirt on, and his alternate face print is covered in ash after he's used the Floo Network, which again is a major feature of this set. The last character included here is their owl, Errol, and I love this clear piece used to make him fly on the side of the house rather than him just being perched somewhere. There's also a pig pen with 2 molded pigs and this feed trough with some slop, but yeah, that's just a sticker. Now, the set itself is pretty compact and dense. There's almost 2,400 pieces in this wonky house, and a lot of them make up the roofing, which uses a mixture of that maroon, burnt orange, and brown stacked on top of those stair-step elements to make this a really sturdy build. I also love all the weird angles, from the protruding corner windows that are poking straight out of flat walls, to the stained glass stickered windows in the kitchen, to this totally crooked window over here. There was a lot of build variation, and I never got bored or uninterested while building the set. My favorite part though is Ginny and Ron's bedroom, which are completely tilted sideways from the rest of the house. And this was accomplished using some Technic pieces in a really unique way that I wished we would have gotten to see on the Gringotts Bank rather than it just being an illusion. This is absolutely fascinating, but let's take a look at some of those inner details. Opening up the front door, there's not a lot going on, so instead let's open it sideways where you can see tons of colors and details, but your attention should go to the kitchen because this is where the family gathers for breakfast after saving Harry from that prison cell of a bedroom at the Dursleys. There's enough colorful mismatched chairs for each character to sit at the table. Remember, Bill and Charlie have already moved out, so there's no chairs or bedrooms for them. The walls here are completely covered in stickers, which was kind of a pain to put on, but it does really bring it to life with pots and pans, cereal dishes, and clocks. In fact, there's even the family clock that shows where each family member is located, and you can rotate that depending on where they are. The table is full of odd cups and mismatched colors, and to the left of that is the living room and kitchen, which has this chair with some knitting needles and thread, and the self-washing dishes and sink. Using a rubber Technic bit, you can rotate this element, making it look like the brush is cleaning the pots and pans. There's also another wizard portrait just up here. Keep in mind these are completely random, so while I got Salazar Slytherin and this witch, you might get two completely different tiles. The main feature in this house here, however, is this green licorice piece. It seriously looks like a red vine, but in green. There's a really cool element that spins around it, and with just a few gears, you can rotate the spiral and bring this carriage up and down to mimic the Floo network, which also apparently makes you feel like you're spinning. But don't worry, if you are feeling sick, there's a bathroom right above that, complete with toilet paper, 7 toothbrushes, and a rubber duck, whose existence is quite perplexing to Arthur Weasley. Above that is a sort of attic with a spider and some Bertie Bott's every flavored beans, and through there you can see the kids' bedrooms. You can remove both the roof and Ron's entire room to see inside, which is decorated with his favorite Quidditch team, the Chudley Cannons. Just below that is Ginny's room, similarly decorated with the Holyhead Harpies bedspread and posters on the wall, as well as that printed newspaper of Harry, which is also found in other sets. On the other side, you'll see a few more bedrooms, but this time there are 2 matching twin beds for the twins, Fred and George, along with some blueprints for some gags and a box of wizarding wheezes alluding to their future business ventures. Above that is the master bedroom, where the bed is sitting at an angle, making this a likely situation for a terrible night's rest. And lastly, we have Percy's bedroom at the top, nice and tidy, with a Gryffindor bedspread and a writing desk, making this entire house very accommodating for 7 people, so long as they can share one bathroom. For as cramped as it is, I'm surprised the designers managed to fit in every single bedroom and such a space-hogging prominent feature as the Floo network. The amount of stickers in this set kind of killed me, especially because it's not easy placing them inside of these elements, but I honestly really enjoyed the build flow on this one. Since it's a fully enclosed building, it can easily be placed into a Lego city or a Harry Potter layout, and the hinging dollhouse style interior does make it very suitable for play as well. I wasn't a huge fan upon seeing this set, since a play set existed for just $100 not too long ago. However, I'd put this on par with Lego modulars, and those tend to cost around $200 to $250 nowadays, making this $260 set sort of within range of what you'd expect from that caliber of a build, but with a lot more stickers. I wish the posters were printed or decorated elements instead of stickers, but I can kind of understand all of the rest. I think this set will pair nicely with that new Ford Anglia from earlier this year, and so far LEGO has not disappointed with the lineup for 2024, giving us lots of variety rather than sticking to a certain year in the timeline. After building this, I'm a big fan of it. But would I purchase it on release day? Well, Zelda is still my #1, so I'd probably wait on this. But knowing that we're getting into Harry Potter season with hot apple cider and movie marathons, I probably wouldn't make it past October. That being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and criticisms in the comments below. If you do have criticisms, let me know so that I can convey that to the LEGO Ambassador Network, and maybe they can implement those changes in a future set. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and feel free to check out some of my other reviews like this one right here.